Hey guys, welcome back to the other side of the coin. What an emphatic victory in the Champions League for Chelsea up against Krasnodar of the Russian league. Now look, was it a 10 out of 10 performance? Definitely not, but it's exactly what the doctor ordered. We needed a victory like that. And look, as like always, I don't want to spend too much time on lineups, formation, and all of that kind of jazz. I want to get straight into the 5 talking points that I have and then have a final message at the end to sort of, encapsulate the whole match in these points. But before we get into all of that, guys, please, if you're already here and you've been coming here all the time, smash that like button. Help me get to at least 50 to 70 likes for this particular video. Helps the channel out a lot, so it'd be much appreciated. If you're here for the first time, subscribe. You won't be disappointed. I try to be as objective as I can and try to bring different sort of point of views in the game that we love so much. And hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content as soon as it's uploaded so you get notified about it. So guys, let's get straight into it. First of all, in the 5 talking points that I have is Hakim Ziyech. Guys, I mentioned it in my preview video that Hakim Ziyech, I have a feeling that he's going to go to Russia and he's going to absolutely annihilate it over there. And that's exactly what he did. This player, as soon as we purchased him and as soon as I saw that video where Ajax made for him before he left, where his mother had a really, really nice message for him and he broke down in tears, I fell in love with this particular player. I mean, I loved him all along before anyway, but I fell in love even more because of how sincere I felt his ambitions were. And, it was so good to see him start, and everything he did, he dropped deep, he helped in the build-up, his passing range is exquisite. And, his ability to take on players, his ability to find those long-range cross-field passes as well. And, I'm so happy that in the second half, just before he got substituted out, he ended up getting his goal, which was nicely taken, nicely put away. And obviously in the second half, once we started to score once we scored the second goal, we were on top. And as soon as we changed the formation from 4-2-3-1 to 4-3-3, we looked a lot sharper. And, excellent work from Hakim Ziyech. Lots of great movement, lots of good passes, great vision, a couple of key passes as well, and that goal. So fantastic performance for me. Hakim Ziyech was our man of the match, and I cannot wait to keep seeing him, start for us week in, week out, and he's only going to get better. I mean, I'm so thrilled. His first start for Chelsea and gets a goal. Guys, now, second talking point, Timo Werner. Guys, honestly, I'm at a point where I'm starting to feel sorry for this particular player. And I'll tell you why. I'm feeling sorry for him because he wins us so many penalties. And I feel like it's to a point where he deserves to start taking it. And it's nothing against Jorginho. Jorginho is a fantastic penalty taker. But so is Werner. Werner is a very, very good penalty taker. His technique is very good, as we saw. He almost ripped through the net. Had the keeper even tried to save that, I think his hands would have been broken. So kudos to the keeper to not even try to attempt to save that. He would have been injured. So I'm only kidding about that. But nonetheless, Werner, I feel like now needs to be our number 1 penalty taker for several reasons. One, it will increase his confidence level. He'll have a swagger about it. He's our striker. He needs to go to every match feeling like on top of the world, that he's got the larger number of goals for the team. I want him to just go in there with a lot of arrogance when he comes against different oppositions. And as I said, he's been winning so many penalties. I think he deserves to start to taking them. And I feel once he does that, his whole entire game itself will start looking a lot better. His confidence is going to get a lot higher because he's going to have that feeling of scoring goals every game. So, I think it's time we take it away from Jorginho. Look, Jorginho, if he doesn't play, obviously it'll be Timo Werner. But I think even when Jorginho does play, which I'll get to down the track, that I think Timo Werner should start taking them. And as we saw, the technique isn't bad either from Timo Werner. He completely blasts the shot. So good luck to the keepers if they want to save it. With Jorginho, there's always a chance because if you just hang low as you can, hang tight, just wait till he sort of moves, you could possibly guess the right way. I know his stats says otherwise, but nonetheless, we move on. Number 3, I want to talk about Mendy. Guys, Edouard Mendy. This is no surprise that we've got 3 back-to-back clean sheets. Obviously against Man United, we saw the plethora of saves, key saves that he's made, reflex saves, last-minute saves. It was definitely a big reason for getting us that 1 point. Against Sevilla as well, he was a big reason for getting us that 1 point. And this match, honestly, at 1-0, and even in the early stages of the match, Edouard Mendy kept us in the game, especially at 1-0 in the second half. Krasnodar really pressed us, came at us hard, had some really good shots as well. And Mendy, there was one good save where he just, took a dive to his right and he, flicked it. There was another one where he palmed it. I'm pretty sure he got a touch where he palmed it into the bar. He might have got a little touch. But nonetheless, I think I'm so glad we've got this goalkeeper. He commands his box. He utilizes his reach perfectly with his timing. I think this was the biggest problem with Kepa, in the sense that, yes, Kepa is a lot shorter than Mendy, but Kepa's timing of his dives, of whatever saves he was making, was off. Whereas Mendy's timing just allows him to, make those key saves. That save that you think is just about to go into the goal, he just makes it. So I'm so thrilled to have this player in defense, which gives us so much confidence, because if you can keep a clean sheet, all you need to do is just score there once and you shoot back the 3 points. So thankful, I'm so thankful we've got this keeper, and I hope he continues on injury-free. Now, on to the next topic. Number 4, Hakim Ziyech, guys. I'm so glad he started, but I felt like, besides that goal, kudos to him for getting that goal. You've got to be in the whole mix of things to get a goal, but besides that goal, for me, he did not do enough. These are the kind of games that I feel he needs to come in there with so much passion, so much desire, so much hunger. For a player that has barely played, he needed to show so much more. He needed to put his 100% in that match and really show the boss that, hey, you're missing out on not starting me, and I think you need to start thinking about starting me and not consider putting Mason Mount all the time. But this was a game where, honestly, I can't say that he warrants starts in the Premier League or any other sort of matches. So, he needs to really have a real look at, this is a match against Krasnodar, and once again, no disrespect to Krasnodar, I feel like if you can't get yourself up and running against these type of oppositions, then you're really making it very simple for the manager to say, well, I'm just going to play someone else. And competition is so difficult as it is in Chelsea at the moment in the wing position. We saw in the second half where Timo Werner started to drift on the left and Pulisic went on the right when Ziyech got taken off. So the competition in the wing position is very, very strong at the moment, and Hakim Ziyech has got to do a lot better in order to warrant starts. And I'm starting to think maybe a loan option could be the go for this particular player, because he needs to play week in, week out. Not playing week in, week out is hurting him as well. So I wasn't entirely excited about his performance. I wanted him to take on players 1v1, use his pace, utilize that, the skill set that he has, which he didn't at the end. Now, guys, finally, the 5th point, double pivot situation. Guys, we need to get rid of this whole double pivot situation for us. Every game we go in, we seem to be outrun in the midfield. Every opposition is outnumbering us, eating us up in the midfield area. Whether it be Man United, whether it be Krasnodar, whether it be Sevilla, it doesn't really matter. Everyone's eating it up. We simply don't have the personnel to play the double pivot. In the double pivot, you need someone who sort of is a holding midfielder, and you need someone like Kante to sort of, more like Matic and Kante sort of fills, basically, that type of a situation, which we simply don't have. Kovacic and Jorginho today, honestly, not only they were slow in the build-up, they weren't great with their passing as well. I feel like they do too many side-to-side stuff, which is very annoying, slows the game down. Yes, every now and then you can do the side-to-side, but make it quick side-to-side passes, not pedestrian stuff. And sometimes look for the long ball, the diagonal balls. I don't think they're doing that enough. Even when it's Kante Jorginho, or whether it be Kante Kovacic, it just doesn't work. We need to, as soon as we switched in the second half in the 4-3-3 with Kayavets as one of the attacking eights and Mason Mount in the attacking eight, Kante sitting deep, Ziyech out wide, and Pulisic on the left, Timo Werner up front. Obviously it changed around when Ziyech got taken off. But we started to look better as soon as that happened when Kante came on. I feel like we need to switch back to that. Yes, Kante is not a lone DM, but that is what we have at the moment, and we need to utilize that because that gives us a lot more stability. And Kai looked a lot more sharper, being in that position as well. I know he's very good in that number 10 role, but him along with Ziyech, they constantly interchange and they can move in and out of that sort of number 10 position or in the wing position, and they drop deep. So, they can utilize that sort of formation change in there. So I've got no issues with that. That 4-3-3 would work with them. And with now Mendy in goalkeeper, just getting clean sheets and our defense looking a lot tighter, I would like us to start switching towards 4-3-3, which gives us a little bit more solidity in midfield, and hopefully we don't get outran by the opposition. So guys, that's everything that I had to say about this particular match. Now, a final message, guys. Look, overall, the lineup for me was quite solid. A lot of people can talk about Rudiger. What was he on? Why not Tomori? Look, that's just nitpicking at the moment. I don't really care. At the end of the day, we kept a clean sheet. We looked quite okay. Yes, Krasnodar, they kind of dominated our midfield in the first half, and the second half in some portions of it as well. And overall, it wasn't a most clinical performance from us, but it was a very good, attacking performance at the end. But yes, there's a lot still to work on. It's a work in progress, and I know eventually we'll get there. These clean sheets that we've got, it seems like they've started to build a bit of a belief in the team that we can be defensively solid. So guys, that's my final message. We move on to the Burnley match, and I'm very confident that we can go out there and get the 3 points. And hoping Ziyech can keep starting for us. Guys, let me know your thoughts about all of these points in the comments below, how you feel about the 5 talking points. I would love to hear what you have to say, and we can start a discussion. And if you've enjoyed this video, smash the like button. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Until next time, see ya.